So in this video, I want to show you 7 mistakes that are stopping you from losing weight and what are the scientific evidence base behind them. And also at the end, I'm gonna give you some tips and tricks to avoid these mistakes. So let's go for it. Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Kamran. I'm a sport therapist based in Berlin. So the mistake number 1 is not drinking enough water during the day. There has been always saying that drinking water is gonna help you to lose weight. But how accurate is that? Can we lose more weight by drinking gallons of water in a day? Let's talk about the science behind it. The first study shows that drinking 500 milliliter water before a meal will help with overeating and also blood sugar. The second study shows that subjects who drank 500 milliliter water before each meal lost significantly more weight compared to those who didn't, probably because of the feeling full after drinking water. Also, another study shows that drinking 500 milliliter water after overnight fasting, when you wake up in the morning, can increase the metabolism of the body by 30% for an hour. You have to remember, drinking water alone is not a magic bullet. You have to combine it with other stuff as well. So let's go to the mistake number 2, which is walking less than 10,000 steps a day. The average American walking around 3,000 to 4,000 steps a day, which is really low and is not enough. Let's talk about some studies. The first study shows that walking 10,000 steps a day can help with kidney disease, blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, and decrease the risk of cancer, mortality, and cardiovascular disease incidents. Even in a 2020 study, people who took 8,000 steps per day had a lower risk of dying by any cause compared with those who took 4,000 steps. The second study shows that 7,000 to 12,000 steps a day can increase health-related quality of life, even with the patient with chronic diseases. And the third study found that adding 1,000 steps to workers who reported pain in the spinal, either neck or back, can decrease their pain by 16%. And the fourth study, researchers compared 2 groups of non-insulin dependent diabetes people. The first group only had diet plan, and the second group had diet plan plus 10,000 steps a day for 8 weeks. The first group lost 4.3 kg after 8 weeks, but the second group lost 7.8 kg. Now let me give you some tips and tricks. If you have knee pain, try to walk with the shorter steps. Try to aim for 10,000 steps a day. Even 5,000 is good enough, but more is better. Make sure to track your steps by your phone or your smartwatch. Try to use stairs as much as possible. Instead of using elevator or escalator, try to go for steps. Go for a walk in your lunch break. After having a light lunch, you can go for a walk. It will increase your energy as well, and also it helps you to increase your steps during the day. When you want to go for a walk, listen to your favorite podcast or music. A study showed that if you listen to your favorite podcast or music, you are more likely to walk 50% more. Make sure you schedule a long walk and put on your calendar. You can do it with your loved one as well. And at the end, remember, some activity better than nothing. If you don't have enough time to go for 30 minutes walk, you can go just for 5 or 10 minutes. It's better than doing nothing. Now let's talk about mistake number 3, quantity over quality. Let me explain. We are always trying to eat at least 3 meals a day, but unfortunately, most of us, we don't care about the quality of the food. And that's a really big mistake. The question is, what is the high quality food? The general rule is, your meal should contain around 40 to 50% carbohydrate, around 30% protein, and around 20 to 30% fat. But that rule can be adjusted for individual needs. And also, the source of food is really important as well. Some people believe that the quality of the food of the vegan is better than the quality of the food of meat eater. If you want me to talk about that and compare the vegans with meat eaters, please comment below. I will do it as soon as possible. So let's talk about the science behind it. Unfortunately, in recent years, there are not too much studies has been done in this area. But the previous study shows that those who eat high quality food feel less hungry, around 30%, compared to those who eat non-healthy and non-high quality foods. And now let me give you some tips and tricks to avoid this mistake. First, and the most important one, prepare your meals. If you prepare your meal, there is no chance that you go for other kind of foods or fast food or processed foods. Also, make sure you have a backup plan. Try to find a restaurant or delivery that they have really good quality food and keep it as a backup plan. Whenever you cannot prepare your food or anything happen to you that you cannot prepare your meals, you can have this backup plan to make sure you can eat healthy foods. And also you can prepare some fruit as a snack. And the last one, which is kind of important as well, is recording what you are eating. Using an application like MyFitnessPal or even using pen and paper to write down what you are eating during the day, it helps you to have better understanding of your foods and your diet. And also, if you want to eat something unhealthy because you need to record it at the end of the day, you might feel a bit guilty. So as a result of that, you might go for a better option. And let's go to mistake number 4, which is not tracking your activity and your movement. There is an old saying that what can be measured can be managed. But if we can't track our movement, we cannot manage it as well. Being active is really important. We usually sit down during the day working with the computer or our phone, and we rarely stand up and walk around for something. So being active and tracking our activity is a huge part of being healthier and also increase the metabolism, which helps you to lose fat faster. Let's talk about some studies. A review study shows that subjects who track their activities are more successful in doing more activity each day, and also they have better weight management. This review comes from another 20 studies, and the conclusion is that tracking your activity will help you to be more active during the day. Let me give you some tips and tricks. You can track your activity and movement in different ways. The first one is just our phone. You can use the phone and also track all the movement and activity that you have during the day. The second way is the Apple Watch or a smartwatch. Any smartwatch, it works, and you can track the calorie that you are burning and the movement that you have during the day. Or there is another option to have a polar strap or polar watch that can help you to measure your activity during the day. And the cheapest way to track your movement is having an old pedometer. With these accessories like phone and smartwatch, you can measure how many hours you are sitting during the days and how many hours you are active. So it's pretty easy to understand the whole day routine, so you can make a little adjustment during the day to make it better and being more active during the day. And now let's talk about mistake number 5, having a lot of stress and no meditation. Meditation is a practice of connecting mind and body and help you to increase the sense of calm. Stress is one of the main causes of overeating in adults population. Let me talk about some previous studies. Previous studies suggest that meditation and mindfulness have a positive effects on weight management because you have a better sense of calm, so you avoid overeating when you have stress. Let me give you some tips and tricks to how to do the meditation. First, you just have to start with 2 minutes a day. You shouldn't sit for 30 or 40 minute session of meditation, which is a bit difficult in the beginning. Even the experts right now, they do 5 to 10 minutes meditation a day. So please just start with 2 minutes meditation a day and do it first thing in the morning. And I have heard a lot of people complaining that they are getting distracted when they do meditation, but you have to know that's a part of meditation. Everyone gets distracted when they are meditating. Even when I do meditation, I get distracted a lot. But the purpose is that you understand that you are getting distracted and you have to bring your brain and your mind back and do not think about anything. This is the art of bringing your thinking and your mind back to yourself. The next thing, you can check your feeling every week and just write it down somewhere so you can see your progress after like a month or two. And whenever you feel stressed, just sit down and do meditation for 2 to 5 minutes and you're gonna feel better after that. I'm using the application Calm. You can use that too, but there is millions of applications outside that they have many wonderful meditations, classes that you can join. Now let's talk about mistake number 6, which is missing training session 2 days in a row. There is a concept by Matt, a YouTuber, that he's not gonna miss training 2 days in a row. I really like this concept because first of all, it's gonna give you the opportunity to rest when you feel tired, but it's not gonna give you the excuse of not going to the gym. So the first day you can rest, but the second day you have to go to gym. This concept helps you a lot because whenever you want, you can rest, but you shouldn't miss 2 days training in a row. And there is no science behind that. But let me give you some tips and tricks. The first thing, which helped me a lot as well, blocking specific times for going to the gym or training outside. Open up your calendar and block what time do you want to go for training and make sure you stick to that plan. The second thing, do it early in the morning. If you are working full time, going to the gym after work is going to be a nightmare. Most of the time you have done a lot of work and you're really tired. You just want to go back home, just relax, have a great dinner and just go to sleep. But if you do it early in the morning, you have a lot of energy. You just have to wake up a couple of more hours earlier. For me, usually I wake up around 6 and then I go to the gym, come back home, take shower and then go to work. With that sense of accomplishment, I have a lot of energy during the day, and also I'm sure that I have done one of the most important part of the day, which is taking care of my health. The next thing, listening to your favorite podcast or music. I'm listening to Deep Dive by Ali Abdaal. I really like him. The podcast he has is perfect, and also it gives me a lot of motivation during the training as well, because they are talking about self-improvement and I am doing the exercises to improve myself. So it's a sense of improvement during the day as well. And also in 145-minute or 1 hour session, I can listen to one podcast or 2 podcasts of him. I really recommend Deep Dive by Ali Abdaal. The link is in the description. The next one is quantity over quality. I have talked about the quality of the food, which is quality's most important part, but here the quantity is really important. We want to make workouts a lasting habit. So going to the gym 3 to 4 times a week is really important. If you don't have enough energy to go to gym, you just can go for like 10 to 15 minutes or even 20 minutes and then come back home and rest. It is really important to stick to the plan. And the last thing is, remember, consistency over intensity. There is a good quote by Simon Singh. Let's listen to it.
If you go to the gym and you work out and you come back and you look in the mirror, you will see nothing. And if you go to the gym the next day and you come back and you look in the mirror, you will see nothing, right? So clearly there's no results, can't be measured, it must not be effective. So we quit, right? Or if you fundamentally believe that this is the right course of action and you stick with it, you commit yourself to the regime, the exercise. You can screw it up. You can eat chocolate cake one day, you can skip a day or two. You know, it allows for that. But if you stick with it consistently, I'm not exactly sure what day, but I know you'll start getting into shape.
And the last mistake is not getting enough sleep. Everyone knows the importance of good quality sleeps. So let's go straight to some studies. One great study shows that enough sleep, both quality and quantity wise, plays an important role to losing weight and weight management. And also there is another great study which they divided the subject into 2 different groups. The first group slept less than 7 hours a day for a month, and the second group slept more than 7 hours a day. And the group B, which slept more than 7 hours a day, have higher score in sleep quality index, which shows that they slept better, and also they have a better weight management compared to the group A, who slept less than 7 hours. So let me give you some tips and tricks to how to sleep better and have higher quality sleep. The first one, which is kind of the old one as well, try to sleep and wake up kind of same time every single day. even on weekends. 30 minutes up and down is okay, but do not sleep more on weekends. Try to keep a schedule of the time that you are going to bed and time that you are waking up. And also use a really dark room to sleep. And during the day, by walking outside, you can get some daily lights as well, which helps you when you want to go to sleep, you can have a better sleep. The next one is do not use any electronic device around 1 or 2 hours before bed. You can just read some books or bring your Kindle and read some books before you want to sleep. And also, do not drink any coffee after 2 p.m. The study shows that coffee has two different absorption phases in the body. The first absorption phase is around 3 to 4 hours, and the second absorption phase is until 10 hours. So if you drink a coffee around 4 or 5 p.m., it's gonna be in your body until 1 or 2 p.m. during the night. Alright, hope you find this information useful. All the links and information are in description below. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, you might consider watching this video.